Hello, I'm Laura Ludwig, and you're listening to A Space.
Hello there, and welcome to the A Space. We are back again with another episode with the world's best volleyballers. We are just having an absolute treat of superstars, and we have another one for you this week. My name is Louis Lett. I am here as today's host. On other occasions, we've got the great Dave Rogers, and we are joined by our producers from the CEV, Matt Rogers or Daniel Mienely. Today, we're joined from Luxembourg, which is very close to the CEV office, from Dan. Dan, welcome back.
Louis, great to be back. How are you doing?
Really well, thanks, mate. I had a really good week, and I'm really psyched for our third and final episode with our great guest. Just so you guys know, these episodes are being recorded remotely due to the current situation. England, Germany, Luxembourg, the world, wherever, we can make sure these podcasts come to you. And we're releasing these alternately with our unscripted and debate series, which will come out every Friday. Right, it's time to welcome back our guest. I'm feeling quite sad that we can't do this every week, but I'm sure for our guest, she's feeling quite relieved that this could be the last one. We have had a great time. We have had a great time so far talking to Olympic gold medalist, world champion, 4-time European champion, 12 individual awards, 3-time Olympian, going for the 4th time, most entertaining volleyball player voted for in 2019. You name it, she's won it. She's won more medals than I've had hot dinners. Laura Ludwig, welcome back to the show. How are you?
Hello, good. I'm really good. Thank you. And I really like talking to you. So I will be also sad not having this anymore.
Yeah, until the season starts again.
Yeah, exactly.
And it's all good. Dan, how are you, mate?
Yeah, good, Louis. Good, Louis.
Excellent. Well, today we are talking about your early years. We are going down memory lane for you, Lara. And how did it start for you, and why beach volleyball? I mean, we're all here for a reason. We all love the sport, but it's a weird sport to get into. It's not the average sport. So how did you get into it?
Yeah, first of all, I did a lot of sport, but I think in the age of 8 years, I started with indoor volleyball, and actually my mom saw kind of a casting practice with the coach and saying, yeah, Laura, go there. Volleyball looks good, looks elegant, and looks like a nice sport. So go there and have a look. And I was in practice, and it was just from the beginning on a cool atmosphere. We did a lot of playing stuff, not volleyball straight away, but I just like being with other girls, having I think we started with 2 sessions maybe in a week, and it was cool to have practice after school together, and running a lot, running after a ball a lot, and being tired in the end. I think my parents were also really happy that I was always coming tired at home, so I could fall asleep easy. Then I was playing. There was Köpenicker SC. I started. That was my hometown or my home club for 10 years. And then I left Berlin, going to Leverkusen, that's in the west of Germany, and I finished there my school and played there first Bundesliga to play volleyball. And there I met Sarah Goller, my first beach volleyball partner, and she kind of decided, let's go to beach volleyball and only play beach volleyball, and don't look back for volleyball. That's just the time to start beach volleyball. And I was following her, and I'm happy that I followed her.
Wow, so it's very much her league.
Yes, I mean, we played both beach volleyball in summer because we didn't have the league or we own our seasons, our indoor seasons only in winter, obviously. And it was always fun playing beach volleyball. I played also some under 18 European Championship and World Championship, out of kind of nothing. Before I was just playing for fun, seriously, and then a coach said, "Yeah, let's come and play." And I won the World Champs, the under 18 in World Champs in Thailand, with Jana Köhler was my partner there, and and I thought it was quite fun winning.
I don't believe you. I'm playing for fun.
Actually, seriously, no, really, I was.
And I'm going to go and win a world champion.
No, it was also my first travel, my first ever travel, and my first ever flight, actually. going
Really?
to Thailand. Yeah, that was the first time. I think I was 17 there. And so it was more excitement about the travel and about Thailand, seeing new country, new people, different stuff. And yeah, we were playing and it was really, really hot. And we weren't allowed to eat everything because our coach was afraid that we get sick. Like in Thailand, you know, sometimes you get some stomach problems. So we were just eating rice, pineapple, and I think drinking water, nothing else. And yeah, and we came through it with it. So it was really a nice adventure, I would say.
No pad thai, no green
No,
curry.
exactly. Not the good stuff. We were just in between hotel and courts, nothing else. But I loved it because it was different.
Who was Lara Ludwig back then, and how has she changed?
A lot. Like I loved playing. I loved the competition, but I never loved practice. I liked going to practice, but I didn't like when a coach said, no, you're not doing this right. You have to do it like this. And I was already not listening and rolling my eyes. Morph is already looking over to me and saying, yep. It's like, yeah, that's exactly her. But I think when I was young, I was really not an easy player. But yeah, I think I had talent, but with the ball. And also I liked winning, but I wasn't really good with developing, because I thought what I did is good enough and I can play, and sometimes I win and sometimes I lose, and it's when the others are better, then they're better. What can I do? Yeah, so I had definitely to change this, otherwise you would never go to the top. And there was one point where I had the feeling I really want to be at the top and I want to only win, and I want to be the first with my team. And so yeah, there was a time, I guess it was after London 2012, where the biggest change happened. Like before there was definitely changes already, but I think the biggest switch was then when I said it already in the first podcast. I think that was the time when I saw Jonas and Julius winning the gold medal. I was like, I want this as well. So they were, in this point, definitely my idols.
Yeah, I was going to say, who was your inspiration? Julius Brink.
Well, he's definitely different on the court. And,
yeah, for
but
sure.
I think I have to say, Jonas and Julius as a team, they were really definitely my German idols, or my the team where I was watching and thought, like, how can they do it? They're always in the most important situations or points, that they always make the points and go to the lead, or even when they are behind, they know exactly what to do and they don't do mistakes, or not a lot of mistakes actually, and win in the end. So against better teams sometimes, and like in the beginning, I mean, later on they were the better team, but I was really impressed in the way they are on court, like the attitude also on court, kind of. I don't know if you say attitude, but the self-confident in everything they do. So, and this is what I wanted to learn as well.
Even with Olympics, like, it wasn't a fairy tale ride because of the injuries they had. So it made their Olympic gold medal like fascinating because of the injury problems they had and the disrupt preparation. To come out and go win the Olympics was unbelievable achievement. So
huge. Yeah, that's exactly what you say. Like on the they didn't play also a lot of tournaments before. It was on the important events, like also with the World Champs when they won in 2009 in Stavanger, or also in Rome. I think they got the third even, or I don't know, but they were not on top, but they still were good. But they also had all the injuries, but went through it also without practicing so much, because they developed routines, ideal technique, and know how to handle each other on court, how to support on court. And this is a big thing from this. I mean, we are a team of only 2 players, and this is sometimes can be really hard. Yeah.
I always remember the little book in timeouts.
Julius.
Yeah, Julius would look into a book in the timeout.
Actually, it is sometimes we have so many things, especially for him. He has lots in his head. He has lots of thoughts in his head. Sometimes also, I think this is also the focus is going away, because maybe he's seeing something and then it's like, whoop, I'm gone off the court. So that's why probably
I
the
know
big.
another guy like that actually.
You never were?
Yeah, that's macho. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's difficult, like having focus and not like yeah, looking around, and maybe this is more interesting than having so much input from coach and from yourself and from partner. Having this all in your head, it's a smart thing doing this book thing.
Yeah, for sure. Just keeping the stream focus. I need to maybe do that. That would definitely.
Don't you do this sometimes? Like sometimes I have so many
I do.
thoughts, like in the evening, that I can't go to sleep because my thoughts are turning and turning. I have so many questions, and then I just have to write it down so I can sleep. It's kind of the same, no?
Yeah, I have a to-do list every day.
Yes, exactly. This as well.
Have to tick it off, otherwise I fail the day, and I don't like that. So
Good to hear that you also have this.
Yeah, that's my way of like just keeping like streamlining my focus and trying to get it done.
You ever wake up in the morning and read what you wrote, and you're like, what were these thoughts I was having?
The thing is, actually, I'm not reading what I wrote, because then when I wrote it down, it stuck in my head. When I don't write it down, then it's not in my head. It's crazy. It's a circle.
The memoirs.
Exactly.
Memoirs. In 10 years' time, you can release your memoirs.
Well, no.
I think, what would you say, you're an inspiration, right? So for sure, you're an inspiration to so many. I run a club here in London, and everyone talks about you. Like, being, no, for sure. So for young athletes, they compare them, they will look up to you, but they will find it very difficult to compare themselves with you, because the level of athleticism that you're at and the level that you play at. What advice would you give to them to try and bridge the gap?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think first of all, I would say always the two words: patience and trust. Like what I said also already in the last talks with you. This is what I learned over the years. This is the biggest thing you can always develop: patience and trust. But what I also would say is routines. Getting into routines, like mental wise and also beat volleyball wise, like also in the warm up, for example. The warm up is already a big part of the practice. It's not only a warm up, it's already the start of practice, and seeing every practice as 100%. Even you can't bring your 100%. Maybe there's one day where you don't feel good. I mean, everybody has this, even in the office or when you just go running. Sometimes you just don't feel like it. So, but maybe you can just only bring your 60%, but this are your 100% then. So this is really important for actually always getting better. And I was also in the youth. For me, I didn't like practicing, but now I know every practice can be the one like helping to improve or getting better. And every part, like in technique, in athletic, in the gym, or even even mental wise, it can always bring you further. So this is like patience, trust, always 100% which you have in this day. And what did I say? There was another point, but I forgot it. So, and actually also another point is routines. What I said is routines is important. And also practicing conscious, like really conscious, not just doing it, being really there with your head. This is really important as well.
Wow.
Yeah, that's it.
Sounds like
okay.
Yeah, like bottle it up and sell it. Yeah, it's
Good stuff.
I feel like it just sounds like you compete with yourself, and you're really reflective, and that's
but that's also what I had to learn. Like I was not always reflecting, and like and when I was young, I was just practicing and going away and doing some other stuff. And when I played, I was just playing. If I won or lost, and going away. We had some meetings after that. I was there with my body, but not really with my head. I have to say, it was really. I have to say, it was not always the easiest coaching me. But I really had to learn that every talk you have every practice you have, every thinking about beach volleyball makes you better, and it's developing you. Also personally wise, actually, I think this also for the character. It's helping you out through life, and it's definitely developing you also as a person. I mean, you always have the communication, the relationship is also there within sport, and the reflecting with yourself, the challenging yourself, challenging also others, like learn how to lead or how to be, stand for your opinions. So many things which you can learn in sport and practice.
I think I mentioned, oh, sorry, Dan, go for it.
I was going to say, well, I think it's, anyone can go hard in practice 100% for one practice or two practices.
Yeah.
But doing it every day for 15, 20-year career, that's what I think really separates.
Definitely. It's like, it was funny, like I can't remember which player it was, but it was a German player. I think it was Okarau. She said once, what I always, she liked practice, but she always hated it warming up. And when I was young, I was like, what, this is the easiest part, because you just sit there and talk a little bit and warm up. But now I know what she meant. It's like always, because like when you're getting older, you always have to prepare for your practice. And especially when you get older, sometimes it hurts. It hurts.
Getting tougher?
Huh?
Getting tougher?
Yeah, it doesn't. Sometimes really, like also in the mornings, especially now also as a mom, sometimes the nights are not the perfect nights. You're not sleeping through 8 hours because you have been awake 1 or 2 times in the night, or not sleeping all through. And then sometimes in the morning you're like, oh, I really don't want to get up. I can stay in bed whole day. Also without being a mama, there are sometimes days on mornings like this, but actually when you want to develop, you know how to do it, you prepare for it, you stand 2 or 3 hours before the practice, you get up, have your breakfast early enough so that you're not and the right breakfast, and it's like all those routines to have the perfect practice then. So then you just go through it because you know you want to be better. And I'm always looking forward to go to practice because I know I can go can become better then.
Experience shining through.
Yeah.
For sure. Food, I imagine, apart from your glass of wine and bit of chocolate, your food is pretty good.
What? Say again?
Your food choices are pretty good, apart from the odd little
food choices. Yeah, I mean, sometimes it has to be wine and chocolate to just also enjoy life.
After the run, it's today.
Yeah.
It's craft beer and chocolate day for me.
Oh, craft beer, perfect after a run. It definitely has to be also. You have. And when I was younger, I was also not looking after my nutrition, but I know now after a lot of years looking a little bit after my nutrition that it helps so much. Yeah.
You said earlier on, it's something obviously I said in a previous episode that I spoke to Craig Susu in preparation to this, and he just mirrored the fact that he saw like a complete leadership change in you throughout that process of working together, where you were like at the end of that process of ready to become the leader that you.
Yes, he helped me through this a lot. He helped me. I remember actually he gave me a book. I can't remember what it called, but it was also in English. And at that point, my English was also not the best. And he was giving it to me and said, like, you have to go through this because it's about meetings. Because I was also not a fan about meetings, talking about plans and reflecting and goals, and that was always hard thinking for me, and I went through it, and I liked it, and I liked what they said in the book, and I understood it. And so that was kind of the first start of knowing what it actually means to be a team and to be on the same page. So he definitely was the one who showed me a little bit what it means to have meetings. Yeah.
Amazing. You're still an absolute legend, as you are in World Volleyball, but in New Zealand, they love you out from your time.
I love New Zealand as well, and the people, they're amazing. We always, if you could, we would move to New Zealand, but it's just so far away. I don't want to leave my parents. Yeah,
I was there in March.
Oh, nice! Really?
Yeah, covering the Continental Cup there, so I managed to go there for some time.
Nice. I'm jealous.
And they were saying that they're so proud about you wearing the necklace.
Yes, and it broke I need a new one. It broke.
There
I had
you
it.
go.
Yes.
Let's reach
It was,
out. City.
that would be perfect. If a Kiwi is listening, I need this necklace again. I really, I got it obviously from Morg. He gave it to me as a present, because the jade you always can only get as a present. Otherwise, it's not working. Believe in it. But yeah, now it's broken. I need a new one.
They absolutely loved it, and they took a lot of pride in it, which is it's great. Okay, a few more questions.
Yeah.
Um,
I'm ready.
This is a question from somebody in the community that I said I was interviewing you, and I just was like, anyone got anything to ask? The Laura 10 years ago and Laura now, do you feel that you fit the sport better or the sport fits you better? So the way that I read that would be the game is progressing quickly in certain ways physically, and sort of those elements of the sport, the rule challenges, changes and things like that. Do you feel that you're fitting that, or do you think it fits you?
I think it both ways, actually. It's like both ways. I think I'm my body and my mentality, and also maybe because of my family, they loved sport and sport with ball, that I'm kind of born for it, or I chose the right sport. And then it's actually also with all the years with different partners, with different coaches, that we definitely also developed something different to develop actually beach volleyball. So it's normally everybody's always looking after Americans and Brazilians to how they play, how they practice. But later, like now, I think that started also how are the Europeans are doing it, how are the Germans are doing it. Because like the men's won the gold medal now, we won the gold medal, so it's a little bit different mentality, and some are looking also after this. So it's really interesting how, the beach volleyball in general is changed.
That feeds actually a question I wrote here. Becoming like the best in Europe is one thing, like at the time that you achieved it, but actually in the women's game, especially like Brazil, the USA, like toppling those is a different challenge. Like what got you there? Like the culture of European beach volleyball wasn't to the same level as
I think it's really because of culture and mentality. It's really, you can't compare it. We had like our coaches then with the philosophy were a little bit like, we have to go a different way. We're not the playing persons. We don't have it in our blood like the Brazilians and the Americans. They grew up with it. They have their nets at the beach. They just go with young age there and just play. So they're the best in playing skills. They know the game, and they know how to be cheeky on court, and being just the best, and have a good mentality about also showing we are the best. So, and I think the Europeans now go a little bit a different way of going to the ideal technique, the ideal athletic look, having the priorities a little bit more on that, to have those skills automatic in the game, to win as well, to not think about those skills which they develop in practice. So I think, and also mental wise, the Europeans got very developed a lot, being more strong, aggressive, and like focus on their self, not being so afraid about the Americans and Brazilians. And I think that got us through the last years, also winning against them.
I have nothing else to add on that subject. I believe the science of it all and everything combined.
It's really cool, because I have never been thinking before like this of it, but the coaches came with this. Like obviously in the beginning was Jürgen and an older coach, Hans. And but now a lot of coaches are talking about like cultures and mentality, and like what we have. We can't look always on them, because we can't copy them. They're different. That means different. I mean, this sounds a little bit big, but they're they grow up different in a different system as well. And with us, it's a little bit, different. And then we have to go a different way.
What I find fascinating about sport is cultures, environments.
Yes, totally. It's making so much.
Point. I think that's why I'm doing this, because I just find it fascinating how
it is.
How you become you and how I become me and how that everyone has a different path. And
and the surrounding, the support, the personalities are also really important. So, and personalities getting out of the education, the culture, the mentality out of the country. So also in Germany, between East and West, it's definitely different mentalities still.
For sure. For sure. What do you think you would be if you wasn't a beach volleyballer?
Oh gosh, I don't know, because that was always what I did, and I have no idea what I would do. I think I would be, I love being with people, and now especially now also with kids. So I definitely would do something with people and kids, but I have no idea what. I like one time, I don't know if I said it also here in the last talk, but a waitress, I'm impressed by the waiters or waitress, how they connect with people and always enjoy seeing them, serve them, and like having always the same people again, because you're so good at your job. You make them happy when they come, they eat, and so sometimes I would like to be a waitress.
But you definitely have.
It's about food service, being with people and talking. So
you have those skills.
Yeah, maybe having the own coffee shop or something where you just drink coffee and chat around.
That'd be awesome. Dan, what would you do if you weren't working in volleyball?
Probably being an accountant. That's what I was before I worked in volleyball. So.
Oh, woohoo! Change.
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah, and you, Louis?
Yeah, how about you, Louis?
Oh, I did. Teacher maybe, or a.
Nice as well.
Yeah, I don't know. I have no idea. Something similar. Like I just like being around people, and I like feeding off other people's energy and learning. And I just
probably still in sport, maybe in a different sport. I mean, you two probably do. Yeah, you're doing a different sport as well, right? So it's cool to actually learn from different sport as well.
Yeah, I enjoy it. I still enjoy coaching as well. Like I still find this.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I love it. Like I enjoy this big puzzle of environments, and it's something that like actually ticks my brain more than most things. Is
how's your frustration level with coaching?
It gets better as I get older.
Because you're getting more lazy and just lay back.
Yeah, like a little bit over experience and understanding.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Like when I coached before, like I didn't really quite know myself really, and I feel it takes certain mistakes and journeys and that constant.
I think also the older the coaches get, and with more experience and with more ideas they have and their own philosophy, they're like developing out of different stuff their own philosophy. They're really strong coaches. Yeah.
You have to mess up at everything a few times, right, before you.
Be the girl for everything.
So Laura, we have a bit of a game here for you to play, a feature.
Okay.
So we're creating the perfect beach volleyball player.
Oh, okay.
And so the rules are you can only pick one skill from one player, and we have to kind of create this perfect player out of different skills. So
and like sense? Skills makes is only like the playing the techniques, or
so pick one player's serve, one player's blocking.
Okay. And defense. Only female? I go with only female, otherwise
sure. It's two. Yeah, okay. We can narrow it down only female. Okay, so first of all, which player's serve would you take when we're creating the perfect player?
Kira.
Okay, nice. Starting off with a teammate. I like it.
I think I would say a lot of Kiras.
No, it has to be a different player for each one.
Yeah, okay. No, but yeah, Kira's. Wait for it.
You might have to use her in another area.
Yeah. No, okay. Server, I would go with April Ross. Her serving is like, because she can do both, like spike, serve and float serve, and both are really good. So I go with April.
Okay, smart. You're thinking ahead though. I like that. I like that strategy. What about for passing?
Oh, Passing. I think passing is. Oh gosh, there's so many good. Oh, I would say Melissa. Melissa
My,
from Canada is
my
really good
country, my
passing.
country, fellow Canadian.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
You're welcome to have also
All
Canadian.
right, it's good. I just wanted at least one Canadian on there, so that's perfect.
The only Canadian living in Luxembourg, I reckon, as well.
Yeah, there's a few of
Must
us.
be.
There's
Can't be
probably
true, right?
half a dozen, I reckon.
Rubbish. You'll go for poutine and beers. All three. No,
Why did you go to Luxembourg? Actually, just sorry, but it's not everyone's choice straight away, no?
I'm working for the CEV, so
Yeah, because yeah.
to work in our office,
Okay, no.
in our office here. Yeah.
Oops.
No, it's fair. It's a fair question. I think a lot of people ask that actually.
They didn't ask you at school, like, where do you want to live when you? Luxembourg.
I think in school I didn't know that Luxembourg exists. No,
Exactly. I think a lot of people, when I told them, they were like, "Oh, that's a city in Germany, right?"
Yeah. A city in Europe.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, so back to the perfect player. Which player would you choose for setting?
Setting. Oh my gosh, this is. I would say. I go with. I take Larissa. Larissa was always a good setter.
Nice.
I mean, it makes it. It looked probably better because she was just hand setting. That's why it was cool. She was hand setting from everywhere.
Yeah, I mean, if you can, you should. What about for attacking?
Attacking. I would go with somebody who is definitely good in both, like shooting and hitting.
Yeah.
And I can mix it up a lot.
I know someone who's good at those things.
Oh, I know somebody actually. Oh, she's amazing. Duda. Duda is amazing in both. She's like really young and her jump looks so easy. And then she is like, you can't see if she's just shooting or hitting. And she even is having a look and knows where you stand. This is so ugly to defend.
It's good. I like how you're like picking people who can float serve and spin serve, and also picking players who are good at everything. Okay.
Yes, definitely.
And last skill on our perfect player, but blocking, which
easy, Kira.
There you go.
Okay. You saved it to the end.
Yeah, exactly.
She's outstanding in blocking. Will be probably, I don't know, but she is definitely. I think everybody was scared of her. She could definitely do something with her height, and knew how to switch about when hitting or shooting, and everybody was scared about her block. So it was easy defending behind her actually.
You might play against her this year.
Don't say that. I'm afraid already.
How would that feel playing against her?
Probably really strange. Yeah, I can't really imagine it right now, but I think I'm probably also nervous. I'm just like, don't serve me. I don't want to play against your block. It's like when you go into that cafe and you see like your ex-girlfriend and you're like, oh.
Do I go and say hello or do I go?
Yes, definitely. Would be difficult, but also would be nice to see her back in beach volleyball world because she's definitely an outstanding player.
Sure. Well, there we have it.
Woo! That's a perfect player.
Yeah, it's a pretty good player actually.
Yeah, it's gonna be. Apart from you're not in there. That's very
surprised.
Oh, you didn't ask about the defender though.
Okay. So defender, who would you pick?
I'm not choosing me now. I think I learned also. Oh, that's difficult now because I have two in my head. But like Misty and Larissa, they were always like on their way. They were really cool players to watch defending, and from both I was actually learning and or like to watch. Like on Misty, it looked always so easy, and Larissa is yeah, also really good in reading. So yeah, can you put them together?
This is a super hybrid player. Okay, perfect.
Hybrid, but it's also your perfect player. So I guess it can be anything that you
Whatever,
want.
whatever.
Yeah, for sure.
Thanks, Louis.
Yeah.
Oh.
Well, that's the end of the trilogy. I'm going to call it the trilogy.
Ooh, that
Trilogy.
sounds dramatic.
Yeah. Thank you so much for coming on, and we obviously wish you nothing but absolute the best of everything, anything in your journey of
Thank
being
you.
mum, but coming
Thanks a lot.
back, and just more nights like that in Rome. I think is just for the whole community.
Yes, that would be great. Yes. If you can cross fingers for that, it would be perfect. Yeah, I hope we can start tournaments soon again. Or I mean, not soon, but I mean, everybody's waiting definitely for being back on tour.
Thank you. It's been great. It's been an absolute pleasure and an honor to do this.
For me as well. Thanks a lot.
Thank you, and Dan, thanks very much for coming in. Sounds like you enjoyed yourself there, mate.
Yeah, I mean, I learned so much on these, and Laura, wow, like, I mean, I feel like I'm a better beach volleyball player now.
Okay, let's try this out later on.
And then I'll go on the court, and then it'll be.
Can we be the
What
judge?
are you doing?
Can we be the judge of that one? Like, yeah, that's a big statement. That's a big statement.
Yeah, make some videos about it and send it to us. I want to see as well.
Exactly.
For you guys listening at home, thank you very much for the support. It's obviously a new podcast. Make sure you tell your friends and you just share it. This is here for the long haul, and we have the world's best volleyballers coming on week in, week out. Just subscribe, tell your friends, send in some questions, and just make sure that you're part of this podcast and it can grow as quickly as possible and help grow the game. Finally, for myself, Louis Lett, the A Space and the CEV, this has been absolutely perfect. Thank you for listening, and we look forward to having you along next time.